She was once living the dream, but tonight Wendy Askins is a convicted felon.
Late this afternoon, the former head of the Upper Cumberland Development District pleaded guilty to federal charges.
This all stems from an exclusive News Channel 5 investigation led by our Phil Williams.
Well, for years, Wendy Askins headed an agency in Cookeville that was supposed to create jobs and help the poor in a 14-county region. Today, she pleaded guilty to 2 counts of theft from that agency. With her daughter at her side, Wendy Askins entered federal court facing the possibility of decades in prison. Under a deal with federal prosecutors, Askins will receive a sentence of 18 months behind bars. Her attorney, Peter Strands.
I think it's going to be tough, obviously, to be away from home and be away from her daughter. But, you know, this has obviously taken a huge toll on her, physically, emotionally, mentally.
At the center of the case was this $1 million home in rural Putnam County, a home she called living the dream. What was supposed to become a home for needy seniors also became Askins' home. Her family Christmas portrait was made there, so was her daughter's graduation photo. And the estate also became home to the family's horses.
Were you trying to build your own dream house?
Absolutely not.
After we began asking questions, Askins gave us a bogus set of minutes claiming that the UCDD board had approved $300,000 in seed money for the project.
We don't know if it was voted on.
Then she convinced the board to retroactively approve that very same set of minutes.
That's what you have to talk to our board about, because
You're the one who gave it to us.
I really didn't. I've not made any copies of any documents for you. Someone else has made those copies.
So you're saying you have no responsibility for giving us bogus minutes?
Well, they weren't actually bogus. It was a mistake.
She needs to be gone today.
As a result of those questions, Askins was eventually forced to resign. In addition to the federal charges, she was also indicted on state charges. Her attorney says he's also worked out a deal on those counts.
To get some closure to both of these cases, I think, is what she's looking for, a way to get this behind her.
Now, Peter Strand says she'll plead guilty to the state charges later this fall, receiving an 8-year sentence. Only one of that will be served behind bars, and it will be served at the same time as the federal sentence. The Upper Cumberland Development District was eventually able to sell the house and recover most of the money. Still, Askins will be forced to pay back $233,000 to taxpayers. Rory?